Alright, and welcome back to Riding with Rob. And today I am going to take a break from talking about car parts. And I wanted to talk about something, well, that makes sense, an actual car. And the reason why I want to talk about this particular car is because I had the opportunity to stand next to one and to sit in it and start it up and rev the engine and all that. And that new car is officially called the Subaru BRZ. Now, for those of you who don't know, this car wasn't just made by Subaru. It was designed by Toyota, who then took it to Subaru, who engineered it and is currently producing it. Now, there's a little bit of, sorry, my eye is itchy as hell today. There is a little bit of controversy going on between Subaru and Toyota as to who is to take the credit for the chassis design. Of course, Subaru says that they did it, and Toyota says that it's their design, but I don't really give a damn about that, because basically, this is just an awesome looking car. It is gorgeous. I mean, you want to talk about a sexy car, just pure sex. It's small, it's low to the ground, it's a two-door coupe, it's just absolutely beautiful. You sit down inside it, the interior is phenomenal. Everything was all leather, nice black leather, with a little red stitching in it. You know, the shifter knob was that nice little racing ball. It just, man, it felt great. Just sitting in it just put a huge smile on my face. And that's really why I wanted to talk about it. Now, in Japan, this car is going to be made by Toyota, and they're going to be calling it the 86. Now, if any of you are car buffs, you'll know that relates back to the old school Toyota AE86. You could also get that as a Trueno, and it was really made famous by the cartoon Initial D. For those of you who don't know what this is, don't know what the 86 is, don't really care, I'm going to tell you anyway. The 86 was basically the old school Corolla, and it was a rear-wheel drive, very light car. It was a little bit underpowered, well, a lot of bit underpowered, but it was just a great driving machine. It handled great around corners, could drift like no other car could, right out of the factory, and it was just awesome. That's pretty much what they're doing with this new car. Now, the cool thing about it is that it was all designed about functionality and driving. And it's got Subaru's flat 4-cylinder up front. It's a 2-liter flat 4. That's making 200 horsepower, which is still pretty good by today's standards of 4 cylinders. But if you look at the car itself, you would think that it's a hell of a lot faster than that. But for the price, you can't really beat it. It's going to be cheaper than a V6 Mustang. So we're talking right around the $20,000 mark, and it is just beautiful. The car itself is just absolutely beautiful. And it was built completely around the whole basis of the old school 86, which is just a lightweight car, a little bit underpowered, rear-wheel drive, and it's just a complete driving machine. The thing is just absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't quite understand why they're going to be making it in so many different trims. I get that they're going to have a Subaru version of it and a Toyota version of it. Cool. In Japan, they're going to have the Toyota 86. Makes sense. Here, they're going to have the Subaru BRZ and the Scion FRS. Now, I don't really care that much for Scions. The TC is a decent-looking car. Drove one of those the other day. It was nice. I liked it, definitely, but never been super impressed with Scion. I think the IQ is ugly. Why get an IQ? If you want a tiny car, get a smart car, or better yet, get a Fiat 500. The XA and the XB, man, if you want an XA, just get a Yaris. And if you, I don't know, I don't get you guys that like the XB, you like those box cars, the Kia Soul, I don't get it. But hey, to everybody, each their own. You know, they're going to be making this FRS, and it's probably going to be the only other Scion that I would ever actually think of purchasing. And, but personally, I'd rather get it in the Subaru trim. I think the Subaru badges look great on it, and it makes sense for it to be a Subaru. The only thing that doesn't make sense is that it's rear-wheel drive. Now, Subaru hasn't made a rear-wheel drive car, and I don't know if they ever have. They've, you know, been notorious for making all-wheel drive cars. So the fact that it's going to be rear-wheel drive, flat 4 up front, extremely well-balanced car, it just put a smile on my face just sitting in it. It just was great. Now there is a back seat to it. Doesn't make sense because just sitting in it normally there was no room for anybody to sit back there. But hey, I guess everybody needs places to throw stuff, and they had a gap back there, I suppose. But great car. It's about the size of a Miata, and it doesn't look like a Miata. No, I'll tell you that much right now. It is sexy. Definitely something to check out. Definitely something to keep your eye on. And if you're interested in buying just an awesome looking car that's going to be a decent performer, but more than that, it's going to be an amazing driving machine, I'd say get one. I'd say get one. Don't buy a V6 Mustang. That's just stupid. That's just dumb. Why buy a muscle car with a small engine? That doesn't make any sense to me. I know a lot of people like to get the V6 Mustang with all the leather and blah, blah, blah. Screw that. If you want a Mustang, get a Mustang. Get a big-ass V8, stripped down, nothing in it, and that's what a Mustang should be. Not these V6s that everyone's driving around. That's stupid. If you want something that's going to be just absolutely phenomenal for an extremely low price, I mean, we're talking $20,000 to $25,000. That is an inexpensive sports car. A very inexpensive sports car. I say get one. And, yeah, tune in tomorrow. We're going to be talking about exhaust systems. I'll get back to my regular show. Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank all, I think I'm up to 12 views so far, and I want to thank all 12 of you for watching my show, and hopefully we can grow together and you guys really enjoy it. Feel free to leave comments what you might want to hear about, any questions you have, maybe a certain car you want me to give my opinion on, a certain car part, or maybe you don't understand something. Go ahead and shoot me a comment, shoot me an email, and we'll take care of you.